So the question is, do you have to pay money in order to progress through June's Journey or to play the game? Okay, the quick answer is no. The short answer. There are tons of people who have played this game for years without spending a dime because all you do is you go through the scenes with energy bolts that you build up over time. You can always watch the ads in the right hand corner to reduce the amount of energy bolts you need in order to play the game. It gets it down to 10. And then, of course, playing the scenes always gives you coins, which you build up. And then you can purchase the things with coins only or with diamonds in your shop. Of course, there are challenges that you can do and extra help wanted cases and the games that you can participate in, and all of it you can do without paying any real money. Now, I say that you do not have to spend money, and it's very true again, but what that requires on your part is going to be a lot of patience and self-control. And let's just be honest, human nature does not lend itself towards patience or self-control. So it is going to be maybe difficult for you, or if you're prone to addiction at all, you do need to be careful. So for example, I've got these things I'm building right now for my Venice set, and let's be honest, it's really tempting to just want to buy diamonds so I can quickly finish them, so I can make my video for the completed set, but I don't want to be spending that on those right now. And I do actually spend money on the game. So let me just share, if you are going to be spending money or you do budget for games, this is your hobby, let me just share some tips with you on how to spend money wisely on the game. Number one, as I said, this game is going to be set up to tempt you to spend money because it requires a lot of patience, a lot of self-control, and just really not getting instant gratification, right? And again, like, let's just be honest, human nature is against all of those things. Like, those are not, it's not human nature to be patient, and it doesn't come naturally to us to want to wait or to work for something and then wait for the results. But it does require that, even if you do spend money. So the first thing I would recommend is that you budget how much you are able to spend per month on this game, and be realistic, because if you're going to be spending money on a game, it's got to come from somewhere. So something else probably needs to go in your spending if you are going to be spending on June's Journey. If you're doing DoorDash, or if you're doing other frivolous things, maybe getting your Starbucks in the morning, and you really want to be spending money on June's Journey, as in you really like the decorations and it's like a really big hobby for you that you'd like to spend on, then you're probably going to have to cut out some of those other things in order to make it make sense financially. And if you can't do that, if it doesn't make sense financially to spend on June's Journey, then don't do it. Just don't do it. Say no. And if you have an addictive personality, which most of us, I believe, do have some temptation towards addiction. It could be food, it could be clothes, it could be just the time we spend on things. Like, we have things that we can become addicted to, and this game is very addictive. It was set up that way. It's set up to play upon those natural human desires that we have. So if you are prone to addiction, I would definitely recommend getting accountability for this game. Have someone you trust and who really cares about you to be asking you regularly, are you spending? How much are you spending? It could just even be time on it. So you need accountability for it, and keep accountability for yourself, even if it's setting timers for yourself, having alerts for spending, or even just really forcing you to put in a password every time you spend and keep track of it so you know exactly how much you were spending. I think would be super important to do. It's absolutely necessary if you are prone to those things. Now let's talk about things to be spending on and things I don't recommend spending on. If you hit the little plus on any of these, that means it's an opportunity to spend money. I would never spend diamonds on energy. Just wait for it to come around again. There's not really ever a reason to, because the amount you get, the return on investment is just not there. Okay? Same for coins. I would almost never ever get coins. There's not a reason to, because again, return on investment is just not there for what you get. Same for Starbucks. Wouldn't get those either. Okay, there's always going to be an opportunity to want to purchase more. See, they have to get more, and they're just constantly putting in front of you to get more. But look at these prices. Like, there's no way. I don't know how anyone can justify spending this much money on a game. So I can't see it. Now, again, if you have budgeted a certain amount and you have it planned out, that's one thing, but these are not things I would spend money on personally. And then, of course, there's always just whatever deal is happening to go on at the time. Second thing I would never spend money on is on a gamble. So that would mean like these packets. It's a gamble, especially if you're trying to do it to finish memoirs. The chances of you getting what you need by purchasing these packets for the amount of diamonds that you're spending is not worth it. You're probably going to get deja vus because the house always wins. It's a gambling platform, really. So don't do anything that's for a gamble. I don't recommend the blue energy either, usually because they make secrets so challenging anyway. It's not going to be really that beneficial for you considering the amount that you're spending. And here's more packet deals, just not worth it. And these are actually better deals in some ways, but still you're not getting very much. Now, they always are running deals. Oops, I did not mean to do that. They're always running deals in here as well for packets. And I don't recommend it because you're not getting very much. Again, this is just a gamble, and you almost always lose on a gamble. So it's not worth spending the money on. The other gamble that I wouldn't spend money on, and this may seem silly, is switching your help wanted task out. Because again, the chances of you getting something that's doable, it's very low. You're going to switch it for your diamonds. Of course, you can switch it for the free one. But when they're asking you for diamonds, 90% of the time, you're going to be given another task that you also cannot complete within 24 hours. So it's just not worth it to spend on. Now, I told you I do spend money. I spend money on things that I know for sure what I'm getting. For example, I spent money on this hair salon. It was a special deal actually in the Wooga store. And it came with like 100 diamonds, a pink Starbucks, some skip tickets, and then of course this is worth flower count, and it's a beautiful decoration. So to me that was worth it. It was only $4.99, so I got it. I will sometimes get deals in here when it's that multi package deal. You get a bunch of free ones plus ones you pay for. But they have to be really good. They're not just the packets. It has to be. Diamonds have to be included. Starbucks and decorations have to be included in those for me to jump, and they're only the ones I get are the lowest price offers. If you ever spend more money, they will only show you higher price offers. So you have to say no to those higher price offers and then wait it out until they start showing you lower price offers again, because they do offer different deals for different people. All right, the only other thing I have spent on, I will occasionally get diamonds if I need to, but it's usually just to finish off something, and in order for me to get through a whole bunch more scenes that way and progress. It's only to solve several things at the same time, never just one thing. So like for now, I'm not going to be spending diamonds right now in order to finish these, because this is going to finish in an hour and a half. The others I have just a day to wait. So that's not a big deal. I'll wait it out and then have lots of levels to go through. And I can progress with no trouble doing that. So those are the things I spend money on. I did spend money this time on travels, and I don't enjoy travels. I find it really, really frustrating. But I feel like the only way to make it worth it was to spend the $9 and get all of these bottom prizes. I don't spend it at the beginning of travels. I wait several days into it so I can get all of these at one time. Because I feel like this would be the same value as a couple of those multi-pack deals that I was telling you about that I would get for like the $1.99 and then the $4.99. So I did feel like that was worth it to me, and it fits in my own personal budget for it, so I did spend on that. Although I really hope they don't continue to force travels on us, because I don't find it to be beneficial at all. But anyway, that's just my own personal opinion on it. So that's what I spend money on. Again, I don't recommend spending money on anything that is a gamble, where you are, trying to get a Starbucks in hopes that you will get one thing out of it, because chances are you're not. If you're going for packets and trying to get something out of it, again, chances are you are going to get only deja vus. It's not worth it. The only time that I might be tempted to get a Starbucks is you can use tips for those. Now, I would recommend doing that. I'm currently saving up for my final energy boost, so I'm not going to spend on those right now. Because I'm trying to get from 14 to 15, which is the highest energy increase. Of course, I'm not spending real money here. This is just tips from Drink Time. But I would spend tips on Starbucks or other things like that in this shop. And of course, Deja Vu is the same way. You can get Starbucks that way, but never spend your diamonds on them. And again, just be very cautious on what you are spending your money on. So, short answer is you don't have to spend money to play the game. Long answer is I do personally spend a little money because it's a hobby, and other hobbies I would spend money on, but it's budgeted, and I have limits on what I will spend and won't spend on. And remember, the goal of Wooga, whether you like it or not, because they are a business, is to make money off you. So they are going to continue to try to tempt you with offers. They're going to continue to increase the amount they want to charge while offering less. I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I'm just saying this is the way it is. So you have to be really careful of that and consider what you're spending on. Really be firm at the price point that you want to spend, and don't go above that, because I've only spent the $4.99 amounts. They don't show me higher amounts usually, and when they do, I ignore them and I won't spend. And that way I only get lower price offers shown to me. If you've already bid on a like a $20 or more offer, that's what they're only going to show you. So you're going to have to take a complete break of spending for a month or so in order for them to try to get you roped back in with lower price offers. But it's totally worth it, because who wants to be wasting money right now on things that we don't really need to be wasting money on? So those are just my 2 cents about spending money in June's Journey. Again, it's not necessary, but it will require patience and self-control if you're not going to do it. And you're going to have to just take the slow route. This game is meant to be a marathon, not a race. So just enjoy the game, and don't try to worry about being too fast to get rushed through it, but just take it a little at a time. They always have those little decoration offers, again, as challenge rewards. So wait until it becomes a reward or a lower price offer before you pounce on it, and make use of drinks and bush giving, and that will build up your resources so that you can play and enjoy it without spending precious dollars. Anyway, hope that helps. Please leave your comments or questions below if you have any other suggestions or commentary about spending money on June's Journey and what you think about it. Thanks so much.